You're listening to the Truth Frequency Radio Network.
No hate, no hype, no fear.
Guys and gals, it is 9:02 in the evening. Donny Gillson, 32 Degrees of Insanity, right here on the Truth Frequency Radio Network and K-Beach. That's K-Beach Radio is kbeach.org and K-Beach FM, 88.1 FM, KKJZ HD3, Long Beach, Los Angeles. It is good to be back with you all. We do this little conspiracy show here at 9 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, going all the way till 11 o'clock. So we got a really good show for you tonight. Tonight I'm going to be bringing on the I would say the creator of a Christian ministry, or actually it was a Christian ministry. Now it is more of a spiritual ministry. Minister Emmanuel, he will be introducing himself as his Hebrew name. A little later on in the show, we will be bringing Ben on for the second hour as well as he gets back home from his drive from work. So anyways, I just wanted to say, welcome everybody to the show. Donny Gillson, 32 Degrees of Insanity. If you've been trying to find us or anything like that, all you have to do is go to www.32degreesofinsanity.com, or you can find us on Truth Frequency Radio, www.truthfrequencyradio.com, or right here at K-Beach, kbeach.org. Just go to the talk shows area and go to the little where it says talk shows or shows, and then pull down the little toolbar, and right there you'll see 32 Degrees of Insanity. And then stick around tonight. Right after the show, we will have Sex at the Beach. So it's going to be an interesting segue as we go from talking about spiritual ministries into Sex at the Beach. So it's going to be a wonderful next 4 hours. So sit back, grab a cocktail, grab a soda, whatever you want, and enjoy yourself. But, a lot of things have been going on. I don't know if you actually saw today on the news, but the other person that has been infected with this so-called Ebola virus. And last week I called out Alex Jones in regards to saying, Alex is saying, 5 million people are going to die in the United States alone because of this Ebola virus. Well, that is absolutely rubbish. Today I go into the doctor because I had strep throat this week, so my voice is not as up to par as it should be. But I went in today and I said, yeah, I this whole Ebola virus thing. What's your take on it? He's like, he just kind of sat back and laughed, and he's like, the media is really playing this to basically cause fear. And I said, this is what I said on my radio show last week. I was like, more people are going to catch the flu or die from the flu than they ever will from this Ebola virus. However, some interesting executive decisions by the United States government in regards to symptoms of the Ebola virus could actually put you in jeopardy. So if you actually have the symptoms, there could be an executive order to detain you. And we're going to talk about that a little bit with Minister Emmanuel here when I bring him onto the show in a few moments. But what I thought was funny, and I posted this on my Facebook page earlier in the week, and this is why I say if you really want to learn about what's going on during the week, keeping informed of what's going on about the 32 degrees of insanity and where we are going, you really want to come to our Facebook page, which is at www.facebook.com/32 degrees of insanity, all one word, or just type in 32 degrees of insanity in the search. You're going to find Don Adams, Donny Gillson. Don Adams is used to be my old on-air name for when I was in terrestrial radio. I went by Don Adams, and that's a whole story in itself on how that came into play. But if you see Don Adams, you just want to, you can either, I think you might be able to friend us. I don't know. I think we have over 5,000 friends right now, but you can follow us and you get all that updates. And this week, what I said is Flight 370 vanished with 230 men, women, and children. It was the top story for just about 2 weeks. And this was a little bit over 2-3 months ago. But a few people in America get Ebola, and it's been the top story for, over a month now. But yet we have a plane that vanished out of thin air, ladies and gentlemen, out of thin air. And here we are. No one's talked about it. But yet we see this lady getting put off the tarmac, off the plane, and you see these guys in these hazmat suits and all of that. And then all of a sudden you see this interesting fellow show up with a clipboard with no hazmat suit on, and basically, started following this around. So the CDC comes out today and says the reason why this person did not have a hazmat suit on is because they didn't need one. They were within acceptable distance of the patient who was suffering from Ebola. Acceptable distance. So this person basically was hovering over, and what he was basically he was documenting that everything was going correctly. And it's just, I've been seeing this stuff with, these people in plain clothes, and it's just another way for the CDC and the government and the mass media itself, because Shepard Smith comes out today and he's like on Fox News, and he's like, I have no evidence to prove that, this is my best Shepard voice. Shepard, I forget Shepard's last name on Fox News, but I go, he's like, I see no anything that shows that the government has been lying about the Ebola virus, and that the flu season is here, and there's no lies about the vaccines and flu, and everybody should get their vaccine. This is what it's all about, guys and gals. They are going to have vaccines, and they are going to make these vaccines for the Ebola virus. And all the sheep, all of you guys that are asleep and want to go and get yourself, put a needle in your, into your arm and not know what the heck is in it, you are going to be given an Ebola virus, and who knows what is in there. I mean, Chris Brown came out. I thought this was hilarious, too. This week, Chris Brown, the guy that beat the crap out of Rihanna, comes out with stating that he said that the government is creating a false flag, and that the Ebola virus is a governmental false flag. I just had to laugh, because I'm like, okay, well, here's the Illuminati right here, the Hollywood Illuminati stating that, this Ebola is just a false flag, and it's just a way to depopulate the earth. And the depopulation is going to be through this vaccine. I mean, it's how it's going to happen. They're going to reduce, we talked about the Georgia Guidestones before. And if you don't know anything about the Georgia Guidestones, you should probably learn and investigate the Georgia Guidestones, because it's one of the top priorities. And this is like the 10 commandments of the Bible. It says the earth will not have more than 500 million people, I think it is, for, basically, creating a utopic society of sorts. Right now, how many billions of people do we have on this planet right now? I mean, we are, some say that we are overpopulated. Some say that we're underpopulated. Some say that, the reason why we're all here is because all the souls from all across the heavens are here on earth to witness the coming of the second coming of Christ or Muhammad or whatever you want to say. And all of these things that are happening around us right now, we're talking about a zombie apocalypse, we're talking about plagues or things that took place within the Bible that showed us, that Armageddon or the end of the world is upon us. Are these different? Are these things that are happening around? Were they predicted in the Bible, and that's what we're seeing happening right now? I mean, these are things that we can discuss with the Sound Doctrine Ministries tonight, because this is going to be an incredible show, guys. And if you want to sit back, whenever I have Minister Kenneth Emmanuel, and I have to call him Minister Kenneth Emmanuel, he wants to go by his Hebrew name, and I respect that. But I know and love him as Minister Kenneth, so. But please, he will probably want to be called by his Hebrew name. So I will try my very hardest. We're also going to be bringing on a couple of his co-hosts as well. And it is going to be a very, very fun evening. So I want you to kick back and talk about that. But talking about this Chris Brown thing. So Chris Brown says it's an agenda for the government, depopulation. And what did Alfred Weber and I say back in August? Actually, if you haven't had a chance to listen to the archives of our show before we even came on to K-Beach, you can do that. It's real easy to do. All you have to go is to Spreaker.com. That's Spreaker.com. And you can listen to all of the archives. Just type in, I think you can just type in 32 Degrees of Insanity, and you can become a follower, and you can download the app onto your iPhone or your Android, or you can just download the app here on K-Beach as well. I always put that information up, the best way to listen to us and the best way to stream us. And you can download the Truth Frequency Radio app as well, because we got a lot of great things. And actually, the owner of Truth Frequency is going to be in Los Angeles tomorrow. And I cannot wait, because I haven't seen Chris in a while, and hopefully we'll be able to hook up tomorrow. I haven't heard from him yet today, but we're going to go up and hang out in Los Angeles, and then I'm going to hang out in Universal Studios tomorrow evening with a friend of mine, and so that's going to be an exciting evening. They've got a haunted thing going up there, a zombie Walk of the Dead type thing. Halloween's a very interesting time. Minister Kenneth Emmanuel will probably say that and I anticipate that he will say that it's a very time that we really need to be mindful of what we partake in. As far as the so-called Halloween, because it is a pagan ritual, and some have said that it's even a demonic ritual. So we have to be very, very cautious on what we are allowing onto this dimensional earth that we live upon. And these are subject matters that we will discuss here momentarily. So it is 9:13 in the evening. You are listening to Donny Gillson, 32 Degrees of Insanity, right here on K-Beach, kbeach.org, 88.1 FM, HD3, and the Truth Frequency Radio Network. But you know what? I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring on men right now. It's 9:13. I usually bring them on about 9:15 past the hour, but I'm going to bring in my dear brother in Christ, Minister Kenneth Emmanuel. Are you there?
Shalom. Good evening, Donny. How you doing?
I'm doing well. Shalom to you, my brother.
Oh, it is indeed a privilege and honor to be here with you tonight, my brother. Been looking forward to it.
Well, we talked a little earlier today as well. Can you turn down your mic just a little bit for me?
No.
Oh, well, yeah. Screaming in my ear here. But this is the first time. Guys, I want to get...
How's that? Is that better?
That's a little better on the ears. Thank you so much. But let's, Ken and I go back a long time, guys. We have been friends and brothers for many, many years. I met Minister Kenneth. And Minister Kenneth, what is the Hebrew name?
Bediah.
Bediah. Okay.
Bediah. Bediah Emmanuel.
Can I
call you? Because I started out going out as servant Emmanuel.
Right.
Well, Bediah just means servant of Yah. And our Father's name, the Creator of all things, his actual name is Yahuah.
Yahuah.
And and the Messiah's name is Yahusha.
Yahusha.
Which means Yah delivers.
Ah.
And so, once we found out these things, we decided that, hey, it's time we need to line up with scriptures, because there is a scripture in the book of Deuteronomy that says that we are to put his name